Well, welcome along to the sunshine, the heat of Forfar, deja vu from last Sunday, but instead of a cup game, it's the final game of the first half of the season in SWPL 1 before the summer break. It is Forfar Farmington against Glasgow City. To the team news, two changes for both sides. For Forfar, Kathnak and Beth McPherson come into the side. Alana Bruce drops to the bench, and there's no Cassie Cowper for a side. It's a tough week with the defeat in the cup last week, and then a midweek hammer against Hibs. For Glasgow City, Erin Clackers comes in for a start and goal. She got some game time on her birthday midweek in Hamilton. No Sam Kerr, who failed the concussion test after that game, so she's not involved, and Megan Foley comes into the side. So underway then for the final game before the summer break, and one player with a foot in, well, a camp of knowledge for the first few months of the season was with Forfar and Lone, Hannah Stewart. Hannah, what do you think will happen in the encounter today?
Yeah, I think Forfar will make it tough for us. I think they'll press us hard and try and make it difficult, but hopefully we can find a way to break through them and come away with another 3 points to go into the break with.
Very quickly, City come away with it, but there's a player down, so they'll try and carry on in the opening stages. Block from Bruff though. Good sign, Leanne Crichton across there. A slightly innocuous challenge come together, but there's immediate concern from Doherty across there. So City at the moment down with 10, and it looked a bad one for Leanne Crichton, getting treatment at the moment. Doherty having to watch out from Smith. Doherty going long over the top of Milligan's head. Howard. Lauder. Good space. Foley for this one in the centre. Bruff with half a clearance. Need a bit of hand from a teammate. Megan Robb found support, and Kathnak back in the side today. Patterson was a bit of a loose header, and Heron realised that. Patterson is coming towards us. Turn from Heron, who goes for a spectacular try, which Erin Clackers holds well, but Caroline Heron has that in a look, and it was a decent attempt.
Yeah, Forfar have started quite well. They're pressing quite high and getting us on the break, so hopefully we can get our foot on the ball now and start to play.
Yeah, just pop in after shots and stuff, just come in. Patterson out muscled by McGinley. Not quite the pass intended. Joe Love, City still playing with 10 at the moment here. Howitt. Skipped by Milligan, not quite by McCarthy. Now there's problems here. There's a ball through here for McGinley. Patterson's going to have to get back McGinley, and Patterson does get back, and another half a chance there for Forfar. But Patterson back to recover. So early change after the first minute when Leanne Crichton was down. Jordan McClintock on. Well, I guess for her it's a good because she's not had too many minutes in the first team. So a bit of a change up hand in the game plan so quickly.
Yeah, it's disappointing for Crichton to come off so early, but I hope Jordan can come in and do well and show that she's good enough to start for City now.
Well, she came on and made a bit of an impact against Hamilton, her former club. Almost scored, probably should have scored, but got plenty of minutes now to make an impact. Oh, and that's loose from Clackers. Is that going to trickle in? No, it's going to trickle into the side netting. And City just in a little bit of disarray here, just trying to calm everything down after the early change.
What is happening?
Gerasoli this time, just a touch short. And Clackers does get away with it that time. Here's Megan McCarthy. Smith looks to turn the top scorer for Forfar with 4 goals in all competitions. Ross just taking a bit of time here and calm for Love, but again another misplaced pass, and Smith with time taking on Love. Gerasoli down there to just shade it out. That was shove in the back, it will be a goal kick. Patterson searching for Grant McCartney's head, only find McClintock. Lovely ball here, looking for Grant. Cartanack will concede the corner, but first real bit of attack and play from the away side. Taking 8 minutes. After the home side having such a positive start, they'll be looking not to concede at the first chance. The way team will are looking for Leanne Ross, the corner. Patterson up there, and it's a decent little try. A threat up in the attacking end of the boxes, Donna Patterson, but couldn't quite get it on target.
Yeah, a decent chance for Donna, but I think that corner might settle us. We need to get our foot on the ball now and just play our game. City have started quite brightly, so Forfar started quite brightly. Sorry, so yeah, it's up to us now to play our game.
Good pressure from Love. Foley moved back into the midfield 3, but losing the ball. Long looking for McGinley. Patterson there first though. Doherty now for Howitt. Lauder. Grant. Will stay in play for Doherty. Possession starting to come City's way. Lauder just running rings around Milligan. There's Grant. Oh, what a strike, what a goal. Abby Grant scoring. And in the 11th minute here, the lead. It is goal number 14 of the season. She likes to keep tally of these goals, and what a sweet finish.
Yeah, great finish from Abby. It was good play for Haley to take on our player and skin her down the wing, and great cross and great finish by Abby. Yeah, good goal. So hopefully it'll settle us now and we can start playing our game and push forward.
flick up here for McGinley, looking to try and get the front foot, look like a handball. Just slowly getting back, so dangerous free kick here. 11 minutes gone. After their positive start, going behind, looking to try and get the equaliser here from the free kick. So the top of everyone. Carthy was the one in the centre of the area, but didn't quite reach her, or Brough at the back post. Here's Grant again. Spotted the space which Leon Ross is marching towards. Everyone in the box is in blue almost, and Lauder was in so much space. Clip through here. Howard is offside, though. Flag was up very quickly, but so much space found. All the Forfar players in the box left so many gaps there.
Yeah, we're starting to find our rhythm and put pressure on Forfar now, which is good. But yeah, unlucky for Kirsty to be offside.
Doherty. Grant pushing hard on McCarthy, who could only clear into the roof of the stand. Doherty for Lauder. Trying to get around McPherson. Doherty trying to work the gap there. Lauder now. Looked to skip round well again. Did a good job to the defender. So much space there for Joe Love from the throw to receive from McClintock. I think Ross is going to be found this here. Patterson's going to have a dig. It's a decent dig as well, just going by, but same trajectory. It was arrowing at the same distance, but just not quite on target. Grant spun away well. Howitt not quite the touch I wanted. Davidson away. Away to Doherty. Love. Again, they can't quite control to break. Lauder up against Milligan again. It's taking a little nick. Will be a corner, but again, Lauder just striding their way through at ease.
Yeah, Haley's definitely started brightly. A lot of our good plays coming down the left, down her side. Hopefully we can get her on the ball more and create more chances.
into the 17th minute. City with the 1-goal lead on the road. Patterson up at the near post. Oh, and that's a glorious chance for Girasoli to get a second goal of the week, or third for the club, and couldn't keep it down.
Yeah, it was a great chance. Unfortunately, couldn't keep it down, as you said, but yeah, good that we're creating these chances. Hopefully we can just tuck more away now. She'd be buzzing if she scored that.
Hold down. McGinley did well here in. McGinley trying to get there. Half clear by Patterson for Rob. Ross just the cushion touch away. Ross, and here's Grant, and Love striding in the centre. Grant, Joe Love, and it's a milestone moment for Joe Love, her 75th goal in all competitions in the history of her time at Glasgow City, and it was one of her easiest to tap in, but the devastating break.
Yeah, good ball from Leanne to release Abby up the right. Abby just using her pace, and a simple ball and a simple tap in for Joe, but I'm sure she'll be happy with that goal.
Love straight in from the kickoff, looking to steal it back aside, but reclaimed by Davidson. Forfar probably can't believe that they're 2 adrift now. Such a positive first 10 minutes, and with an 18 they're 2 down. I think that's going to run away from Smith, it does. Love. Jordan McClintock is going to chase hard. Erin Katanak, that's not going to dribble out, is it? She's going to have to do well. She did do well to just shepherd it out. Down from McPherson, only hands it back to Glasgow City here. Love switches for Doherty. Heron pinched that only briefly. Grant, Love, Ross. And then Foley this time coming through the middle. Well, she did actually get into the end of it, and it did come off McNichol last. I kind of thought the keeper was just going to get there first, but Foley did her best to get there. Come on, 21 minutes gone almost. Girasoli was around for the corner, away by Katanak. Another City player down, and well, certainly could do without another player going off good that way side.
It's about 50 of us with ankle injuries, eh? That's 5. Me, Abby, Kreitz, Joanne, Maddie. 5. Don't know. Why have we not got a physio today? Do you know?
Don't know. We've got to point at him.
I know. I did tell that all the injuries are coming.
So a very attritional first half here for City. They do have a 2-0 lead now, but Kirsty Howitt looks like he's in trouble here, and could well be another switch. McClintock got a touch. I think it was maybe for Fortune. Grant is going to keep this in here and gets by Katanak, and Clintock is on side, tries to turn. Foley. Lauder is going to pick up here from Love's ball. Grant in the centre. It's not clear. McClintock just over the bar. That probably should have been 3-0.
Yeah, I think Jordan will be disappointed to miss that. Ref's given a corner, so I think it's maybe taking a deflection, but I think she'll still be disappointed to miss that type of chance.
Well, another young player is going to get a heck of a lot of game time. Cass McGlinchey has been getting 10, 15, 20 minutes here and there. But Cass McGlinchey coming on now, she's going to get a fair chunk of this game. Not even 25 gone. Ross, there's Patterson, Grant's there, and is it over the line? Well, referee says no. It was hard to tell from our angle. Linesman confirming to Scott Booth that it wasn't in. So they try and continue the pressure, but Smith did well.
Who tweeted that picture of Haley? Someone replied to my goal, Abby's goal, and tweeted Haley's picture.
Just
Not
delete it.
loading
That sounds like maybe Sam.
Delete.
Grant's here for Foley. Bit of a switcheroo of positions since the two players that went off, but no one making the run.
When did Kirsty come off?
2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago. 24. Goal line clearance was just after that. Towards Grant, hand the ball there. Long ball is for Heron. Jarosoli had it covered, but thought she did, but a slight nick off there. Late chance from Heron, wins the corner. Twenty minutes played. Corner into McPherson, and she had a bit of space there to Beth McPherson, but the Glasgow City supporters would be glad that it didn't come to anything. Patterson searching. Does fall for Doherty. Covered by Milligan. Good throw in position in the final third. Grant. Julove with a blast, but a charge and blocked down by Heron. Still in play, Jarosoli has the time. Jarosoli is onside, well, flag doesn't go up yet. Lauder too long for Grant and for Foley. That was nice play, I think. Marginal with their onside, but good move, but the cross was just a bit too heavy. Foley one back from the throw, Grant. Here's McGlinchey coming in. A touch too heavy the pass, but Lauder has it. Looking for Grant. Cleared as far as Love. Milligan in to get the clearance. Grant past McGinley. Got the advantage. Ross Pride in the width, but Kathanack in the way. Grant here for Love. Too quick for Doherty. Still with City in control possession ever since the very chaotic first 10 minutes. Foley picking up from Grant's pass. Off Kathnak for a corner. Starting to rack up the corners now as the first half continues. Big space in the centre once more, which I think one or two of the four defenders have just realised. Ross around, flick on from Foley. Gerasoli trying to get something on it. Here's McGlinchey. Body's flying around, Kathnak with the lunge. Switch from Doherty for Gerasoli. Grant. Lauder. Nice flick, not quite coming off from McClintock. McClintock. A bit of a confusion moment in the defence, so it's hurriedly cleared by Kathnak. Grant back to Doherty. McPherson, the Forfar shield on that side. Doherty and Lauder through the tight space. Foley in the middle. A little shove is penalised on Caleb Ruff. Lauder fortuitously came off the back of McCarthy. Here making the run from Smith's ball. Gerasoli always ahead in that race. Oh, that's loose here, and that's going to go in here. Wow, that was a mess in the defence. Megan Robb will get the goal, and Forfar here have got one back, and that was a comedy of errors.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened, but yeah, I think we'll be disappointed to lose that goal. I'm not really sure Forfar really know what happened either, but yeah, I'm sure we'll regroup and go again.
Megan Robb's third goal of the season. City's lead's been cut back here. Clintock in towards Foley. There's Grant at the other end. And there is the 2-goal advantage restored. And this bonkers first half has got another goal.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what Scott wanted to see, us regroup and then go again straight back with a goal. Abby's definitely started well, so I think she definitely deserves her 2 goals. She'll be happy.
Abby Grant's 60th Glasgow City goal, her 50th landmark earlier in the season. And hot streak of goals again for City's number 7. Bounce down. Abby Grant's seen the keeper off her line. Well, mischievous attempt at goal.
She came like a week before.
Forfar free kick just inside their own half. Erin Katanak going to go long. Jarosolo has it covered. Good stuff there from Heron. Clintock with just the hammer, which Grant will chase. Keeping up with the Twitter updates.
Just putting a goal.
Long ball, which is just going to come for Erin Clackers. Poor kick, only found Heron. Doherty slices it away anyway. Will do. Foley is going to perhaps win this battle with Katanak. Katanak shoving. Foley still trying to get it there. It's Bruff. No one where she wanted. Certainly marshalled out and no free kick coming. Ross quick throw Grant. Here's McGlinchey. Clintock with the foot. Ruff came away with that. Aye, not too far from Clackers, but bounces kindly here. Here's Grant. Lauder. Ross. Glinchey. Bit more settled with the ball at feet. Now it's Carson McGlinchey. Lauder here. Oh, and it came through. Doherty is going to go near post. Second attempt. That's another chance that's gone big and profited almost from the defensive lapse, but chance goes by.
Yeah, the chances are building up. I think Nick will be disappointed again to miss that, but yeah, it's positive that these chances are coming and we just need to finish them now.
Taken by McGlinchey initially from the goal kick. Ross Lauder and Grant, I think, getting in the way of each other. Uh-oh. March off the ball by McCarthy. Love in the middle of the scrap again, but Foley couldn't pick up the pass. 90 seconds left of regulation time in the first half, so I think both sides just feel the heat towards the end of this first half. Just slowly got in there for McClintock. Caught there by Milligan. So head towards half-time. Patterson with the flick on. Here is Grant. Abby Grant looking for a first half hat trick, but McNichol with the save. Point blank at her though, but that was a very good chance there for her hat trick.
Yeah, a decent save from the keeper. A good chance for Abby, but I think it would have been a tough one to score. So hopefully she can get her hat trick in the game, but not that chance.
This could wriggle through. Jerusalem, a little shot from her clackers. Danny McGinley was there. Safety first from Patterson. Cross down the line here, Lauder to take on Bruff perhaps. Katnack there too. Ross's delivery just nicking off. McClintock couldn't get anything neither here nor there. Might well be the last chance of the half.
Half time, surely not.
Again, Rob keeping us in. Final knock-ins here of stoppage time in this first half, surely. Abby Grant coming together with Bruff. both sides. Stolen by Love from McPherson. Lauder. Ryan Milligan. Cleared though by McCarthy. Patterson cutting ball through the middle here. McCarthy was just ahead of Lauder. Not really cleared anywhere too far. Milligan gets half a head on. About 4 minutes of stoppage time here. And that is half time. Well, crazy first half, really. Lots going on. Plan books out the window. Goals galore. Hannah, can you give us a half time verdict?
Yeah, I think Forfar started quite brightly. They were pressing us hard and not giving us enough time on the ball to settle and get our passing going. But I think as we settled into the game, we started using our patterns of play that we work on the training and started creating the chances. I think that just took the one goal to get us really settled, and then we pushed on from there. But yeah, I think we need to keep tight at the back now going into the second half, but keep creating the chances that we've created and put more away.
So 2 goals from Grant. Joe Love getting in the act, but Megan Robb got one back. 2 big players out injured as well in that first period. All going off here at the break, and it's 4-1, Glasgow City 3. Underway then for the second half here in Forfar. And well, I think Scott will be quite happy to take 3-1 and go home now. It was a crazy first half. See what happens in the second.
Yeah, I know. They'll get a penalty.
It's classic Celtic, they'll probably go and do something today.
I know. I'll take it.
Lauder's pinched the ball back from McGinley. Doherty. Love making the furthest run forward here. Managed to get hold. Here's Cassie McGlinchey. Took an extra touch. Foley with the drive. Hits off McGlinchey. Oh, and that's unfortunate. Hopefully she's okay. Well, that was McGinley took an extra touch. Thought she was going to take the shot, and then that was just so unlucky. That was just so unfortunate. Sun getting to everyone.
Yeah, Carson.
Like we've just seen the difference of a development team game to a first team game. Should have just taken the
Think on your chest. She should have shot them.
One thing we don't have a physio.
I know.
So thumbs up, Carson McGlinchey okay. Long throw, which seems to have just been oblivious to Katnak, which Foley maybe just taking the touch too long. A frustrating one, which Scott Booth is down there not happy. Ross looking here for Grant, on for a hat-trick of course, can find another, may well try and provide one here by Bruff. Half cleared, a couple of attempts at it, Carthy and Davidson. Katnak clears for the throw. Love to back from Lauder. Doherty, McClintock. Doherty continuing the run. Might be just a touch short. There's a good play there from McCarthy. Smith away on the block. Patterson is there. Lauder find Grant and Lauder will continue. The ball will win the race though. Not quite clicking yet in the opening 6-7 minutes of the second half for either side. Ginley looking for Smith. Girasoli nods by. So still a life in the game for Forfar if they can think they can get themselves a second. Kinley long. Touch didn't work out in the favour. Now Foley has time. Leon Ross striding her legs to make the run. There's only 2 back here, 3 possibly. Lauder and Grant in the box. Slid in towards Lauder, who left it here, and Grant not quite behind on the same wavelength. McPherson did enough to clear, but again, as we seen with the goal in the first half, Hannah, it was a good break.
Yeah, Forfar started well again. They're pressing us. They've had a couple of chances, but yeah, good for us to get up the pitch and get another corner. Hopefully we can score from it now.
'55th minute, Rossa and Patterson, the header, did it take another touch? It did, said the ref and the assistant after a bit of a chat. So a second try in quick succession. Fourth goal he surely would finish the game off. Gerasoli there, it's a super save from McNichol. And that was some stop. She had a few of those saves in our local last week. There's a decent shot stopper, so another corner to come. And again from Ross, it's a clear, it might fall for Love, instead it falls for Grant. Plenty of Forfar defenders sticking around on the fringe of the box. Tough to try and break through. Lauder will try, will take another corner though from McPherson. Oh, Gerasoli again with the flick. Cleared as far as Doherty. Love got there. A circus move from Ross to juggle it. It's wonderful from Doherty. Not quite the cushion as Ross was wanting. Mould them back into very much City possession to the fore again. Foley, Grant are coming together with Katanak, which play on, says the referee. Gerasoli back down by Katanak here. Problems here for the side of the bench as Smith shadowed by Gerasoli. McGinley around. 1 or 2 other bodies coming. And that's going wide there from Caroline Heron, who was part of the move that almost got an equaliser in the first league meeting of the season between these two. And good move there for getting players forward.
Yeah, Forfar going forward well and making a chance. Maybe should have scored, but yeah, I don't really know what happened to us at the back. We need to start pressing rather than letting them come forward. But yeah, I think we got let off with that one.
Grant, skipped by Katanak. Ross, Clintock, Love, Grant, all there. Grant's missed it. Joe Love won't, does she? Oh, she has. She's smashed up the crossbar. That should have been number 4. Still alive here though. Jerusalem for Lauder. Skips back by Sperley from Milligan, cleared again. Love for McClintock. Lauder cuts in and Carroll's just over. Well, good try from Lauder, but Joe Love thought was going to score to add her second to the game.
Someone keeps tweeting. Who is it?
It's only going to be Sam. Tell her to stop it. So Forfar change. Micah Dempster on then for Megan Robb, the scorer. Here's Grant. Space opened up again, just behind McClintock. Clinchy might keep it in. Will it be City's ball? The Forfar's ball. It's Forfar's ball. Oh, what a flick there. Lauder for Grant, winning it back. Lauder leaves it here for Foley. Joe Love to zing over. Slightly further forward with the kind of change up of Platt and Joe Love, but getting a few more shots on target than she does tend to these days. Good turn there from McPherson from Milligan's pass. Here's Smith. Lauder was back. Grant managed to wriggle away. Love Foley not quite connecting with Rawson, which leaves a bit of a gap here, which Katanak is getting closed in quickly by Foley. Bit frenetic this period of play. It's going to just stay in here for Haley Lauder. Baking hot sunshine. Station Park. Ross here for Lauder once more, trying to thread it through for Abby Grant. Way by McCarthy. Falls kindly for Love here. Space found and drilled effort straight at the keeper though, but another effort from Joe Love. Should easily be 4 or 5 now for City. Katak with a little nibble on Foley. Another home side change. And Gemma Collier's going to come on. So Collier on for Rough as City with this free kick from Ross in towards Foley, who's in the centre of it all. I think she was the one that got the little glance, but no end product. Ross quickly looking for Foley. Collier's first real bit of action is to clear. It's a 3-pointer rugby kick there from Doherty. Goes a long way. Ross hammers off McGinley. A winder of a block. Doherty that only came off the Forfar player Smith, but been a rather scrappy second half from both sides really. Little tactical nudge from Love just to slow things down. Free kick to McPherson into our side. It could be a bit of a long range floating one for Collier, trying to pick out Heron. Gunchy found Love, now Doherty. Now they can use that break perhaps again. Grant, is she onside here? No, she's not. It's a lovely finish, but it won't count. Fractions, Hannah.
Yeah, good build-up play from City to switch it from right to left. Good link up in the middle, but yeah, I think Abby's just a little bit unfortunate to be offside, but yeah, lovely finish, but unlucky.
That's wriggle through here once again for Grant. Challenge had come in from Milligan, but Grant carries on. 2-3 players around her, still managed to find a gap, I think, through the legs, but this time into the path of the keeper. But some great play from Abby Grant.
Yeah, I think she's wanting that hat trick. I think she's getting a wee bit frustrated that it's not coming, but I'm sure it'll come. She just needs to be patient. Chances are coming now for City. We're starting to settle down and get good link-up play and create the chances that we need. So.
Grant wins back here from McPherson. Wrong way, Lauder wasn't going that way. That was a warm day for Forfar. I know, I think a couple of years ago we had a 17-degree water break in East Kilbride. It's a bit warmer than that today, so a couple of minutes pause. Well, not long left in the first half of the season, but good to see Maddie Hill going to get some game time. She's had a few weeks out. John McClendon, one of those rare occasions, getting sub, but had a good game time. Maddie Hill coming on for some time towards the end of the first half of the season and the final stages of this encounter. Last 16 minutes or so. Long ball here, Smith through the middle, but just comes into the box for Clackers. Had to time that absolutely perfectly. Patterson, it's a ball which Foley's got the control and it's stayed in play here. Made by Collier. Foley will have another try or she will pick out Carson McGlinchey. Cross to Lauder. Still looking for this fourth goal here. Well, a leg came in there from Milligan. Lauder carried on. It's one of those that if Lauder went down, you may well have got a penalty for that, but she stayed on her feet. But I guess another argument is, was the ball going to stay in play, but semantics and all that. Love picking out Lauder. And big space here for Doherty, and it's one of her trademark smashes, which she doesn't get too many a season, but she's got one there, and finally they've got their fourth goal. It has been coming all for half.
Yeah, what a goal from Nick. I think she'll be happy with that finish. But yeah, good build-up play again. Good pass out from Hales to find Nick, and then, yeah, what a strike.
So Doherty adding herself to the score sheet, and Maddie Hill winning back almost straight from the kick-off. But fully lost it, then regained. Doherty.
How'd you spell Nick's last name?
Here's Maddie Hill. Her turn to rove. Got the first attempt, second attempt is saved by Nicol. He's not scored yet for Glasgow City, but trying to make a presence in the first couple of minutes it's coming on. Grant back for Leanne Ross. Slip through here for Foley. And there's Maddie Hill. It's her first goal for Glasgow City, and she's had a big spell out in the recent weeks through injury, getting some game time in the final minutes of the first half of the season, and she's added her name onto the scoreboard with 13 minutes to go. Great moment for Maddie Hill.
Yeah, she'll be buzzing that goal. She's worked so hard to come back from her ankle injury and to get a goal. I think she'll be buzzing, so yeah, pleased for her.
As soon as that first goal of the second half came for City, the second just felt like it was going to come. Gerasoli seems somehow threaded through for Grant. One back here by Hill. Not quite finding Grant. Lauder, it's stayed in here. Milligan's played off Lauder. Grant trying to get the hat trick and shove, which Lauder and Grant are exasperated about. One of those both going to the ball. And your thoughts on that one, Hannah? Would you be aggrieved?
Yeah, I'm not really sure how that's a foul. I'm not sure what he wants Abby to do there, but she goes to hit the ball and the defender knocks into her, so yeah, I think Abby will be frustrated with that one, but I don't know how that's.
Love with a bit of an air swipe from McGinley. Patterson with the control, Ross left it. Foley wriggles by Katnak, but Collier will stop the wave of attack for the moment. There will be a throw to come, will be a sub though. Murren Cunningham's going to come on here for the last 10 minutes or so. A pause for Murren Cunningham on a comeback trail. Got some game time against Hamilton in midweek, and it's the final few minutes here. Then usually 100% sharpness, fully fit when the action returns in August. Kinley was putting the pressure by Girasoli and then lost the ball, and Maddie Hill, Grant and Lauder around, goes right with Grant, Hill in the middle, Lauder wrestling with that was wasted by Abby Grant, but tired bodies out there, tired minds, and I think certainly Forfar starting to struggle with the heat in the last few minutes here.
And Gabby's desperate for that hat trick, but maybe should have crossed the ball there. But good to see City putting on the pressure, even though they're getting tired and it's hot.
Hill wriggles away. Lauder past Collier. Scooped up the Grant spins and turns and passes. Ross tries to float it in towards McGlinchey. Davison did enough just to take the nick away from the youngster. McGinley, and the furthest one back there is Abby Grant.
Yeah, she's sat in to cover Leanne's run. Good reading of the play by Abby again.
Roswell won and picked out Grant. Two shouting for it forward, but More conservative play here to Cunningham. It's a superb ball here for Ross, absolutely pinpointed. Julov in the middle. McGlinchey there too. There's Hayley Lauder though, and there's another goal. 4 minutes to play in the game, and that's 6-1. And Hayley Lauder with another goal after she scored against Hamilton midweek.
Yeah, what a ball out from Murrin to Leanne to start the play. It was a great ball. Just set up the attack, and then Lero found Hayley perfectly in the box, and a great finish to make it 6.
Forfar trying to go on the front foot from the kick-off. McGinley. Battler still going on. Murray Cunningham there. Smith. Patterson and Ross to clear it. Lauder for Ross. Lauder through the middle here. Maddie Hill is offside, said the assistant. It didn't look like it, but it was very, very close anyway. What to do well is going to come in here as came back to the club, signed this week. McPherson has a lot to do in the game, and she's midway. Cunningham left it, and Doherty and Smith in the race.
Yeah, it's fine.
Probably alright, but
Celtic down to 10 now.
right. I'll go get it now. And back there by City and Girasoli. Switch there, lovely for Grant. It's kept on going. Still looking for that third, and straight into McNichol's path.
Yeah, I don't think there was a chance Abby was passing there. She's wanting that third goal. Celtic 2 sent off. Jesus. Not sure.
Not surprising.
Yeah. Second booking, I'm not sure who it is.
Here's McGinley picked up. Long range dig, and Clarkers hasn't had much to do since really the 10th minute, really, when there was a bit of a mad start. So, but she's parried it wide for a Forfar corner.
Yeah, it's a good save by Erin. She's not had much to do, so could have easily switched off, but alert on our line, it's a good save.
Smith into the box. Clackers can't quite hold. Hill just calmly, nonchalantly takes it and is off. Ross and Hill continue to run. Collier making the pace now. She picks up the pace, does Maddie Hill. In the middle, looking forward, order away by Milligan. Oh, that's a loud challenge on Doherty. Sophie Milligan is going to pick up a card here.
Yeah, it's the last minute of the game. I think it'd be harsh if she got sent off, but it was a bad tackle. But Nick's alright, she's back up and she's taking the free kick. So
And that'll do. Well, run out of words really to describe this one. One of the rare crazy games with injuries, goals, all sorts of things, attrition with the injuries part and with the weather. I'll let you sum things up, Hannah. Your thoughts?
yeah, I think it was another comfortable win and a good 3 points and a good game to settle us going into the break, and we'll just get rested. We'll use the break. We'll work hard and we'll come back strong and get ready for Champions League, the Scottish Cup, and then the league campaign as well. So
yeah, so the game started with Abby Grant scoring after a very difficult start with Leanne Crichton going off injured. Jo Love scoring in the first half as well. Grant added her second, that was just after Megan Robb got one back. Kirsty Howitt went off as well in that first half period. In the second half, goals did come in the final 15 minutes or so through Doherty, Hill with her first for the club, and Lauder. So summer break is upon us, and then it's a big month in August with Celtic first back, and then it is Champions League qualifiers. More details come out on that over the summer break. Thanks to Hannah. And the final score here from Forfar today in the last game before the break: Forfar 1, Glasgow City 6. Well done today. Final game before the summer break. Megan, we'll start with you. I know you're a bit of a utility player, but plan A, B and C were being thrown at you in the first half, various positions. How did you find it for yourself?
A wee bit mind-blowing, I'm not going to lie. I was struggling a wee bit to adjust being, out wide and then going back into the middle, then being back out wide again. But I think, as a team, they do so well to just keep me right, and that's why it's so good here. We've done really well in that game today, and that was just down to communication in the midfield, and from the back as well, so happy with that.
Yeah, and in the end, 6 goals, and it's an end of a tough week, the 2 league wins and the cup win.
Yeah, I mean, our finishing today was really good. I mean, the phases of play, playing it in the middle, playing it back out wide, whipping the balls across the front of the goal, some good finishes from good players today, so I think I'm happy with that, so I think everyone else will be. Absolutely.
Erin getting 90 minutes, how is it from, not too much disruption in the back four, but a bit of a change up in the pitch must affect you a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, you can see, I think when Crichton went off right at the start, it kind of shaking us a bit, but Abby's goal settled that down. She's a player that, she's very good and scores a lot of goals that are important for us, so I think after that we kind of calmed down, and yeah, having players like Megan that can fit in anywhere really, does well, and yeah, still wasn't too bad in the end.
Yeah, I guess got to touch on the fact that we didn't quite get the clean sheet today, 6 goals, but what can happen at the other end?
Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to get the clean sheet to finish the week and the summer break, but it was a bit of a mess up at the back that shouldn't have happened, and hopefully it shouldn't happen again after that. So
yeah, and is it tough for you? Obviously, you gain a lot of experience from Lee, working alongside Lee, but you're kind of playing some games, come off the bench like you did midweek. Do you find it tough? Do you find it a bit rusty first 10-15 minutes of a game?
No, not really. I mean, I work hard in training and learn from Lee and all the other players, and they keep you sharp when you're playing small-sided games and stuff like that. So no, I wouldn't say shouldn't be too. Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem though.
Okay, and bit of a break now, which I think is for one or two of the walking wounded helpful. You'll have seen the draws this week, Scottish Cup draw, but focus on the Champions League. You'll get a taste of the group stage phase of the Champions League. What do you expect from the draw? Because there's certainly a couple of tough teams in the Polish side and the Dutch team.
I think, I mean, last year I only got the last 32, but looking at previous years, like, it's going to be hard. It's Champions League. That's what we want here. Like, we want to have the hard games. We want to fight for it. And as the girls always say, like, having like 2 or 3 games a week always pushes us on, makes us better as a team. So I think, like, looking at the performances that we've had up and running, we're sad that the break's happening, but when we come back, we'll come back stronger.
And with the Champions League, I know being around the squad for the last year or so, you a little bit longer. The fact that going back into the group stage, will it actually be perhaps a help that you're going to get 3 Champions League games instead of going straight into 32? You've got a chance to play well for 3 games and qualify from a group stage.
Yeah, I think the girls that have done it before have always said that time together really helps push on for the last bit of the season and get that experience of Champions League. So if you can get out of the group, then you're already set for the last 32, which is helpful.
Sometimes you can't see things coming, and we lost both Leanne Crichton and Kirsty Howitt in the first half, and that meant that we had to make some changes, not just personnel but also formation wise. And I thought the players handled it in general really well, just as the whole game, and we kept working hard. As you say, it was a really hot day, beautiful day for football, certainly for watching football, but I thought the players showed their fitness. They kept going at it, scored some good goals, and I was, happy with the players that came on and, filled those spots for us. And again, good to get a couple of young players involved. So yeah, all in all, very happy with the first half of the season, Callum.
Yeah, and you talk about the young players. Obviously, Jordan McClintock, Gainton Carsey came on, midway through the first half. You see Maddie Hill coming back from injury, scoring as well. So I guess that's pleasing that almost Plan C worked for you today.
Yeah, I mean, it was the players. It was those players that they knew they had to step up and take responsibility, and that is why, Callum, we try as often as we can in games to get players involved and get young players involved and peripheral players at times to try and keep them involved, because there's going to be moments in the season where you're really going to need the full squad. So from that perspective, it was good. I thought some of our goals were very good, and I also thought we had another 4 or 5 excellent chances that we could have and should have probably taken.
Probably the summer break coming at a good time, and injuries with 1 or 2 that we now obviously today. How are the 2 players that went off today?
I think Crichton's taken a really sore one across the bone at the front of her foot, and because it's a knock, I would imagine that hopefully it won't be too long for her. Kirsty just sort of has gone over her ankle a little bit as she landed, and I don't think it's too serious. So yeah, we're I suppose you're right in a way that the break's now come, and there's a few walking wounded, and I think there's a few in there that are ready for a bit of a break and recharge the batteries.
Just a little look ahead. There's been a week of draws, but the focus on the Champions League. Your first taste of the group stage part of the Champions League, so you'll get 3 games on your belt quite quickly. What have you made of the draw that's came up this week?
It's tough. It's a tough draw. It is. I've looked obviously through the teams beforehand, and there were no doubt other teams that I would have preferred that had landed in our group. But since I've been at the club, each Champions League campaign has been a massive test. Chelsea, Eskilstuna, and even Kazigurt, and the way that the travel impacted a little bit on us, but also just the fact that the way the game kind of went. So it's been tough, and I didn't really expect to get an easy draw. It seems that we're in for tough draws anyway, because we've had that in the Scottish Cup as well. So it is what it is, and we know that you're going to have to play well against good sides. The one thing I would say about this one is that we know going into it that each game is going to be really tough, and it's kind of cup final time for each game. So from that perspective, the players know exactly what they have to do right from the start.